Hey, I'm about to mute Mike, so we gon' use the back chat.
Vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. Best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. And I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. Now been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. Behind me say I cup full. No room for emotion. So I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, to drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head. And I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing. Gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter. The lies are sweet, tried everything. I guess me and Johanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring me bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time. This Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Should call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. You devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. That's right. Bring that hot flame, you bitch. Hey, loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. You devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame, you bitch. Hey, loyal to the king. We bout to bombard their whole operation. Certified priest, prophesying this my occupation. This shit outrageous, they done made the truth docile. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. It's UPK style, can't stop now. Father's warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise, and let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with this shit, about to make it hot, call it compound. This for my niggas, put the guns in the drugs down. Dwelling in peace till the Lord call for the blood hell. Try to decide my death and got beside yourself. Swore draw for what you perform. How you gon' hide yourself? Devil got to die for his lies and his visions. I ain't got no love for the crackers. Nah, just cruel intentions. And in my father's house is spinning mansions. I got plenty bitches. For the Avengers, this your death sentence. I'm talking about slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah, slaughter, yeah. my people, you gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Tell them devils that the end is still slaughter. Yeah.
Shalom, shalom. Hey, shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah to the Akim. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Thamba Hashem, Yahweh Shah to the Akwat, or the sisters, or the Akwatim, or the sisters.
Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah to the Akim. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Thamba Hashem, Yahweh Shah to the Akwat out there.
All right, man. So, the long-awaited Daisy. How you feeling,
Hello.
sis?
I am great. I am wonderful, actually. How are you?
Tawab, I'm good, man. We we got comments already. I don't think it's saying much. Oh yeah, she flexing. The sister came in. Kapa, she always come in. I appreciate it. Probably ain't gonna understand half of what she's saying right there, but she just speaking and saying she blessing us and then saying she's the rib of a one Ya'ala checking in from Flint, Michigan. Who was Flint? Zarak? Oh, we got your boy D-Lo, man. He in here faithfully. He out there with you?
She, D-Lo. She in Detroit.
That's a female?
She in Detroit.
Oh, Salakia. That's the sister. She in Detroit? Okay. Says shalom to the chat. Shalom, sis. All right, Daisy. Yeah, give them a rundown of who you are, what you got going on.
I am Daisy, born and raised in Detroit, mother of two. I own a kids' clothing store. My youngest one is in the background. He was just downstairs with his friends, and he came up here and found me.
What's the clothing store called?
I have a kids' clothing store called Mini Boss Kids. We have custom-made kids' clothing. I've been in business for like 4 years now, and that's really my kids' store. I have a women's boutique. It is called Bougie Hoochie. Both of these stores are located in Greenfield Plaza in Detroit. Well, in Oak Park. And so I have a kids boutique, I have a women's boutique, and I am working on an event space. I just purchased the building, and I want to make it an event space, but
yeah, man, we gotta kick about that event space, man. I've been doing my research on that too. I'm mad with everything I think of. You 10 steps ahead of me on the business.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's so much to do. Like, I also started purchasing houses, and Mario, please. And I want to turn one. I want to do like a home, a group home. Then I want to rent out a room.
Yeah, typically with them group homes, I think I used to work in something like an AFC home or just something different.
What did you say?
I'm telling you, with the group home, you're doing like with teens, adults. How you
with I want to do it with like, it's so many different ones. Like, I fell in love with like foster kids and people who just really, really need like support. Like, but I want it to be like a nice spot. Like, I want it to be nice. I haven't really decided what I want to do with it, if I want to rent it out or what. But Yep, I'm into ownership. I don't want to work for nobody. I want my kids to inherit businesses and properties. I feel like it's a lot of the stuff that I'm learning now at almost 30. I feel like I wish I would have known when I left home at 18, 17. Like,
right, yeah. Okay, shit. I don't see nothing wrong with Salaki for my language, but I don't see nothing wrong with that. What you rarely hear is parents black parents, when I say black, I mean black, native, Hispanic people, we don't often hear each other say like, my kid's business. You know what I mean? Like the most we think of a
Mm.
child's business is like a lemonade stand. And you remember why
And it's crazy. My brother, I mean, not my brother, my son. I'm doing him a lemonade stand this year. So his birthday is in the summertime. I feel like it's perfect. Yep.
I'm
I
gonna
was
tell you
looking
what's
on Amazon
crazy
for little
about that
cans
lemonade
made.
stand thing. So I've been in the UPK for a few years now. I'm not, so it kind of run in a little bit, but either like last year or the year before, something like that. This black kid was doing a lemonade stand. The police like shut it down. You know what I mean? Because it's actually illegal to do a lemonade stand without a permit.
Okay.
See other kids doing them, you know what I'm saying, without an issue. But
Yeah.
I mean, I doubted it would happen. I would say go for it, do his lemonade stand. The worst they come and do is shut it down. I'm getting cussed out by the sister. She said I'm an aqua. Yes, Salakia says I didn't know. The picture is small on here, and it's D-Lo can go both ways. I ain't know how that went. Salakia says I won't do it again. I don't know who that is, but yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get down to it, man. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'll put you in the hot seat. I was trying to really learn this program so I could make something like special effects, like bam, bam, and they get damn over her head, the watcher. And then we started asking her these questions like we really had her in the hot seat, but I failed. I couldn't figure it out.
It's okay. That's fine. You don't got to be in a real hot seat. I'm sure it's gonna be hot enough.
All right, so I'm gonna start it out real simple and easy.
Let's
In
get it.
your speaking for all black women, you're on trial for all of them, black, native, and Hispanic women right now. Is it safe
I'll
to
do my
say?
best.
All right, let's see. Is it safe to say that black women of today inspired to be looked at in a sexual manner?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Now, for the sisters that come into the chat, feel free to give us y'all comment in the chat. I'll post it, and we'll go over it after we get her response. We'll go over it. So
Yeah, the chat looks so small. I can't read them all. But okay.
it's gonna pop up on the screen. See how hers right here on the bottom of your screen?
Yeah, they the maybe because I'm on my phone. They
Oh
look
yeah,
so
you on
little.
your phone. We got the whole computer screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta get your laptop next time, sis.
Listen, I was trying to do my laptop, but I wanted to be on time. I couldn't get my AirPods to connect to my my MacBook.
Oh, I'm an old nigga. I don't use AirPods. I got Beats in.
Okay, all right, come on, back to the question. My bad.
Yeah, I got the Beats in, man. I don't like the way those things feel in my ear.
Yeah, it's different, but I do like them. They really do block out a lot. But
Yeah, I like that part. That part is like freaking amazing to me. But I don't like the earbud feel. That's all. Maybe I
yeah,
need
I
to
get
put
it.
different cushions or something.
Yeah, maybe.
But all right, so I'm gonna repeat it for you.
Okay.
All right, why you don't be over there trying to be extra smooth and stuff, man? I know you, bro.
Sir.
I'm
I'm quiet, sir.
All right. First question: is it safe to say that black women of today inspired to be looked at in a sexual manner?
Okay, but I gotta speak for everybody.
Just not. You ain't got to speak for everybody per se, but so much so, don't just speak for yourself. Like you
Okay,
might be
all right, bet. All right, bet. Because
for majority of what you see.
you said the women.
Nope. Specifically, black women. By
Black women.
yeah, when I say black, Native, and Hispanic women, specifically.
Yeah, they are on the internet posting half naked pictures all the time for free. Like,
Yeah.
what are you getting out of that? Like, I don't. They love attention.
I can agree with that. That's very true.
It's like I don't know if they're not getting it at home or they didn't get it when they were a child. But I see a lot of women like half their pictures on their page is they backside, like for what? Like like your face turned over your shoulder, but most of it is showing your body, and it's just like
Yeah.
that's
So what do you think
majority
would
of
cause
social
this type
media.
of behavior in our women? Like, just if you had to spit, I know you ain't a professional with it, or you probably never studied it or looked into it.
They love attention.
Just a fact of
Attention
attention.
is one of the roots of all evil. A lot of people think
Yeah.
it's money, but it's attention.
You know what's crazy? I was reading this article, and it was talking about the makers of these social media platforms that we be on, like Facebook and Instagram, and they speak on how they make these programs more addictive. They study the
Yeah.
human mind and they literally make it to be more addictive. Like your brain can hear a tone, and just by the Facebook tone that comes on your phone for Messenger, it's gonna drive you crazy if you can't check it right now. You know what I mean? They study it to make it addictive.
Damn, give me this article because I gotta read it.
I'm gonna have to find that article. I literally gotta find it. I'm gonna send it to you because we plan on doing a part 2 with you because he wanted to ask you some deeper questions. I tried to
Okay.
hold him back from not asking the deeper questions today. If he do, it's his show. I can't tell him not
I
to.
mean, yeah, I'm open. I'm good. I'm with whatever.
But
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna find that article and I'm gonna get with you on it.
Yeah, that sounds like something I need to read. I just did a social media
Right.
fast. It's
Yeah.
kind of hard for me because I run businesses and
Mhm.
sometimes I don't want to do the back and forth with my employee and they gotta send screenshots or they don't know exactly what to say, so it's kind of hard. But I did do a fast and it was well worth it.
It's like
That's it.
You was gonna say something, Roger?
live, sir.
Yeah, I'm finna look up. I'm looking at it right now. Give me a second. On our social media platforms. And what's crazy is I don't even know how I found it because I wasn't looking for nothing like that. Nothing like that really crossed my mind.
Hmm.
Okay,
Like,
it says
if I
some
may
here.
say,
What'd you
if
say?
I may say, one of the founders of Facebook, he did an article about the Facebook thing and how it was like, you know, I'm paraphrasing kind of what he's saying, but it was similar to how somebody be in a casino and they would hit the slots. It was similar to that, whether they like, share, and things of that. He was doing a comparison of how the two. So it's just an addiction type of thing. Even when you do like with the Facebook and things of that nature. I forget the guy's name, but yeah, that's also there too.
Mm.
I think I have
So,
that.
like it says, what you say? I think my daughter just said his name. I think
Zuckerberg.
Marcus Zuckerberg or something.
Ask her is this.
Mark Zuckerberg is his name.
Okay, ask her is this one of the guys. So I'm about to share my screen with you. Let me know when y'all can. Well, I pretty much know when y'all can see it. Okay, is this him? Is this one of the guys?
No, that's not him.
This is one of the guys that was speaking on the social media thing.
Lie, sir, that's not him.
They did a Netflix series on it.
Oh, she said they did a Netflix series on it.
Yeah, this was one of the guys. See where it say right here? I know it's gonna be small for you, Days. I'm gonna read it. It says, "So, what do the social media executives know that we don't? And what tricks do they use to keep us coming back for more and more and more?" So, like throughout this whole thing, this long thing, they go Facebook right there, and then they give you tricks and trades. You know what I'm saying? And it's really crazy because I'm gonna stop sharing my screen now.
Yeah, send me that. Send me that.
It's really crazy because they study the human mind just so they can keep you addicted to it, from the tones to the likes and everything. Because a woman will come on, men too, they will come on social media with just the fact in mind that they want to take a picture of themselves and post it, take a picture of some food and post it. But then you get that first like. But then it's the possibility you post this one picture and you get 50 likes. Now your mind starts to work of, how do I get 50 likes again? Or how do I get 100 likes? Or 1,000 likes? Man, he got 2,000 likes. So now a sister that's getting 1 or 2 likes here because she posted a dignified picture, she take off a little bit at a time, and now she's getting thousands of likes. or she turn around in the picture, or do that little horse pose. You know that how they used to make the horses pose, and now black women do it with that leg curve. She
Yeah.
do that and get thousands of likes. You know what I'm saying? So it
Yeah.
really changes. Kapa says, "Kun, they are all the plastic surgery, etc., want to be seen as a sexual symbol."
Yeah, that too. I didn't even think about surgery because I'm just such a natural person. But yeah, they going crazy with surgery. Like
Yeah, and that's one of the
what
questions. So
the
we gonna end up hitting on that surgery too, sis. Kapa, we gonna hit
hell?
on that.
Okay.
So where we at if the in a sexual manner? So yeah, you basically said yes.
Yeah.
UPK, we can fully agree because that's what we see all the time, right?
Right.
Women on here in the sexual manner. Now we have to give the biblical standpoint, which is there shall be no whore of the daughters of Zion, right? Uh, Awadi, if you can grab that for me, Salakia.
Deuteronomy,
Huh?
Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17.
Hey, Salakia, you got that fast. I see why you 1,000, but go ahead.
Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
There should be no whores of the daughter. Salaki, I said Babylon. Salaki, too many drinks. It said there should be no whore of the daughter of Israel, which means biblically, a whore is going to be a few things. You can worship another god and you a whore. So a man can worship some other. If you worship Allah in the Bible and you a black, native, and Hispanic in the Bible, you are a whore. You are whoring after other gods because it's not the God of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's the God of the Arabs. If you a sister and you worship some other god, that's I see a lot of sisters doing that stuff where they got the weird little spoon type of thing in the bowl and they light a candle where they do this weird little mixing thing. I've been seeing it a lot.
Okay, I ain't seen that one.
A person we know mutually does it. I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay.
I'll give it to you in the private chat, or I hit you up.
Okay.
People does it, and I see these cards, the tarot cards, the tarot reading cards. They do those, not knowing that this is a worship of a different god. That's whoring off other gods as well. But then there's whore. There's a whore that's showing her nakedness. They mess with crystals too. Yep. Zari, they definitely mess with those crystals. They wear them around their necks, and they're supposed to create these energies and ward off other energies. That damn rock is not gonna do nothing. The Bible says, "Worship not wood or the dumb stone." Muslims worship that rock in Mecca, and we make fun of them all the time on that. But they do worship those crystals. We do not worship those crystals. We don't believe that they're gonna make our life change. It's just a rock. It's just a stone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But even in the scriptures, it hasn't been watered down the definition of a whore. Right now, you got to go to the whores are actually right now. You could be a whore and everybody knows it, but they big up the whores now. It's not like it used to be. Remember, like back in the day, if like you as a female, if a boy touched your butt, they'd be looking at you like, you let that boy touch your butt. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the back in the day term. Now you got your Megan Goods, your Megan Goods, your what's her name? Cardi B's, your Megan Thee Stallions, your Nicki Minaj's. Before our time, well, part of my time, part of Elijah's time, part of your time, you had your Lil Kim. I don't know if y'all remember Foxy Brown. All these women, they push them off to be whores. Like our music industry push them off to be whores. You got to show something,
right?
Shake something. You got to say something provocative. But that sister that comes well dressed, or she got something up here, so she choose not to show her body off, which for most of us is hard to do. Hard not to show your body off, but still, they don't look at her. They look at the whore. So she get all the gratifications and all of that. So it's there should be no whores. So it should be none of our sisters showing off their body. They should get the utmost. They want the utmost respect. They should walk in that manner. Same for the men as well. But right now, we got Daisy on. You just so happen to be a sister. We on the women. You good, Op? We need me to pull you out off the stage?
No, live, sir. I'm Twab.
You Twab? All right. So the follow-up question, I'm gonna read the first question again, and then I'm gonna give you the follow-up question to it.
Okay.
You know what? I want to skip that part. I want to skip it. It says by who, but I want to skip that because we're gonna come to that by who a little bit later. But your second question is it love to tell a woman to stop being a hoe? Right now, me and you, we kicking it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you telling me something, I'm just like, yo, stop fucking being a hoe.
Yeah.
Not what you need to do. Is that what you consider that love?
I mean, I'm not sure if it's love, but it could just be a sense of I want you to have this much respect for yourself. I mean, like,
That's
it can
love.
it shows that I care. I'm not saying that it's automatically love, but yeah, it's showing that I got love for you. I care. I don't want to see you being a hoe or a whore. I
Okay.
want to
So
see
I'm
you
gonna give you the
respect yourself.
biblical standpoint. The biblical standpoint is correction is love. That's like this. I'm gonna put it to a simpler matter, and then I'm gonna give you okay, our group chat going, so I gotta read this. It said years ago, having big lips and a big booty, kinky hair was not seen as being attractive. Now the trend is all the heathens want to have what the Hispanic and black women have. Facts. Facts. It's
That's a
one
fact.
lady, it's one Edomite or oppressor or white girl. I forgot her name. But I thought she was Hispanic for the longest because she had did something with her lips. I don't know. It's not a Kardashian, but she looked Hispanic, and
Right.
I forgot her name. I wish I knew her name. I'm sick. I don't. Zaria says Salakia says that's heavy. I'm not sure. I think she's talking to Kapala. They just threw me off on what I was saying. Wait a minute. Oh, it's the Christian love. Now, if me, I'm gonna put it to a smaller level. You ever seen that one? You ever had that one situation where a person have some in their nose, and everybody see it and they talking about it, but nobody tells that person like, "Yo, it's some of your nose. You go clean your nose. Pull them to the side and let them know."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a small matter, but on a bigger note, if a woman is a whore, more than likely it's people talking about her, and the
Right.
people around her is going to hear about it. And they're going to
Right.
talk about her as well. That person who pulls you to the side and lets you know, yo, sis, what you doing out here, you fucking up. You need to get that together, yo. It's time for you to stop being a whore and get that together. Like treat yourself better. That's love. That's
Yeah,
actually
that's love.
love.
That's love.
Because you would sometimes love just ain't what the America painted to be for real.
Right.
Because like think about like your kids. We all got kids. All three of us. We have children. That situation where a child goes to stick a fork into a socket, or a child goes to run into the street. You know what I'm saying? You stop the child, you might even pop the child, or you might yell at the child. And the child
Mm-hmm.
might look at it like you being mean, but all reality, out of love, the love that you have for that child, and that child risking his life, you
Mm-hmm.
trip out on the child. You know what I'm saying? So that
Yeah.
is love on our end. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if we influenced your opinion of saying it might not be love, but that's love. Even if it
Yeah.
comes from a complete stranger, that stranger has shown you love.
Right.
Okay, so
I
it
agree.
says, what about to cover up and to have self-respect, which falls along the same lines. To stop being a hoe, to cover up, have some self-respect. That's all the
Yeah,
same
that's
major deal.
good.
Anybody that aims to make you better, me, in my opinion, biblically, that's love. What you say, Awaya?
You know, getting the women to cover, like you were just touching on, just a little cover up portion that you were speaking on. A woman curve should always be for her husband. It's not for her to show off to any other man. Her husband should see those curves that she's showing to the public. That attention that she wants, she should be getting that from her husband, not from no other man on the street. She shouldn't worry about what some other men out there think about her. The only concern she should have is what her husband thinks about her. And that should be sufficient enough for a woman. Salakia, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I see that that's facts. The one sacred thing about a woman is black women, once again, meaning black, native, and Hispanic. When I say black, we got the coldest women on the earth, right? To be plain and
I'm
simple.
out of a kind. Damn right, sir.
You ain't gonna see an African or an Arab or Chinese or European. None of them really gonna match up. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple brothers that's like that's kind of like Stockholm syndrome, slave mentality, where they get a white girl and they think they doing something, but you're not really doing anything. She don't know your struggles. She don't know none of that. But that's off the point. I agree with you 1,000% because what's the greatest feeling of having a woman is being that everything about that woman is for you.
Right.
What tortures a man the most is when he have to think about his woman and what another man has had from his woman, or what another man has seen from his woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like, a man to trip out because he'll see you dressed up in something and be like, "No, you're not wearing that. Go take that off." I know this for a fact because I'm one of those men. You can change that. That is not gonna happen. Why? Because what you're showing is personally mine. I see your face, sis. Tune in at any time.
I'm just listening because you are that type of guy.
I am that type of guy. Like,
that.
no, that's visually for me. That's physically for me. You know what I'm saying?
Salakia, sir. Sorry, sir, if I may. The thing about it is that's a special bond between a woman and her husband. That thing that he get to see that no other man get to bear witness to. Right. That thing that y'all have between y'all. It's not about you being able to do whatever it is you want to do, and things or wear whatever it is a woman would want to wear. But that thing that I see, I don't want no other man looking at my woman like that or lusting after my woman. Because what he gonna do then? He gonna try to do whatever it takes for him to try to come in and try to do whatever it is, a smooth ass nigga like I used to be. You know what I mean? I know, so I'm on the other side of that coin, so I know what it is. But I don't want that for my woman. So really, what I'm trying to do is protect my woman. Yeah. So it's just about how a woman would view that. I'm trying to protect my woman from that slick ass nigga that I know would come in and try to do some shit. You know what I mean? But yeah. Salakia, sir, go ahead. Salakia, I didn't mean to cut you off. Salakia.
No, you too up. You too up. It's your show. It's your show. What you talk about? But I'm gonna tell you, I'm a little this personal. This me personally. I don't mind. I like when I go somewhere with my woman. I look around and then I see brothers or other men staring and looking. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for some of these sisters to hide what they got. Let's be real. It's hard. So you can't really judge them for what they got completely. It's about the fact of what she's presenting, what she's trying to present. A sister can wear that little sweater thing that stretch all the way down to the back of her knees. Yeah. I don't know what it's called, but it tie up in the front. Yeah. It's almost like a robe, but it's like almost like a sweater.
A sweater. Yeah, that's all it is a sweater.
Okay, yeah. She can wear that, and then you still gonna be like, oh yeah, that sister right there got something going on. You know what I'm saying? And brother's gonna be like, and me personally, I'd be like, yeah, she bad, but this mine. You know what I'm saying? I can have full comfort in, nigga, that's mine. That's me right there. You can look, but I know she left everything she could to the imagination. Now the sister on the other hand to come in with the booty shorts and know she can barely even fit them. Is obvious what she's trying to attract.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Lucky, sir, if I may. Mm-hmm. I was in the store one day and I was at Walmart and I seen this girl. She had like the bottom of her back pockets cut, so her cheeks was hanging out. I was literally seeing her butt cheeks like hanging out her pants. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, God, and she, you know what I mean? And that's the kind of stuff I'm kind of elaborating on. Like, no, that ain't what's up.
Right. So, sis, look, this is not in the questionnaire. This is a question that just popped up in my head, right? So, let me think of how I want to ask this question so it's fully understood. A woman that's respectable versus a woman that's dressed how he just said. You know what I'm saying? With the butt cheeks hanging out. Mm-hmm. Which one do you see getting the most respect or accolades? Well dressed or
no? It's kind of crazy because A guy will say he don't want his girl to wear this. He don't want her to show this skin. He don't want her to wear that. And then as soon as he go outside without his girl, he see a girl with exactly what he don't want his girl to have on, and he's still trying to approach her or trying to talk to her. So as I'm not necessarily saying she's getting the most respect, but again, she may be getting more attention than the person who's fully dressed or who's not showing her curves or who's not showing as much skin or cleavage
Mhm.
than somebody with a ass cheeks all out. So
Facts.
now again, guys may say they want that girl that's, wearing dressing this, but do they really respect it? Do they really treat that person how they should be? Um, maybe 60-40.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna tell you why I can agree, but I also disagree. I agree with most of what you just said because we teach that, right? That
Mm-hmm.
sister that come down there, man. Listen, I'm still working on that. I've been UPK for 5 years. I'm still, I be like, okay, let me.
You know, you go look. You
Yeah,
go
the
look.
scripture says, "Pluck thy right eye out," which don't means to snatch out your right eye, of course. It
Yeah.
means this, like, you know what I mean, like block
Okay.
that vision, like
Can somebody
because
hit
it
that?
says the Bible teaches to not wife a whore, to not mess with a whore, like
True.
don't lay with whores. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mhm.
where the dangers come in, right? But at the same time, I agree with you. Let me make my statement clear. I agree with you because you're correct. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Brothers would show that sister a lot of attention with the sister that covered up. She does get the most respect. Says I'm gonna get off into that right after this. She does get more attention. She does because she's
True.
showing something. You know what I'm saying? That's like an informational video versus a pornography video. That pornography video gonna get way more stuff,
Right.
way more views, way more feedback than the informational. You know what I'm saying? Even though the informational is way better for you. So
Mhm.
she's gonna get that attention, but that respect, that love, and the cherishment in that woman that shows her that comes out in a respectable manner, a brother
Mhm.
is gonna be nervous to talk to her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where
Yeah.
the woman who walking down the
Yeah.
street with her butt cheeks hanging out, like, "Hey, bitch," somebody,
Yeah.
or "Hey,
Fact.
this, hey, that," or "Come here, let me talk to you for a second. I want to do this to you." You know what I'm saying? Grabbing their member and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They fondling their phallus and all of that, like all of that stuff. So she
So
don't get the
definitely.
respect. She gets the attention. So that goes to show that
Right. Right.
attention is nothing. But
Right.
that sister that comes out in a respectable manner, that when she started to talk, a man starts to feel. It says, "Wait, let me go back to D Low." It says the sister that covered up. I said, "All right, I read that." It says,
Yeah.
"Con says she gets respect, but some women." This is from man. She is going to spaz on me if I say this name wrong because I remember the old way of saying it, but I got
Maui
corrected on how it really supposed to be.
I'm not even about to mess
Mawana
somebody.
Maui
says.
not
Yeah.
Con
Khan says she gets respect, but some women crave attention, and being naked gets attention. Looks. That's what we going over
Right.
right now. They
Yeah.
definitely. Jeez. Okay, y'all gotta slow down. They're easy for the carnal man to lust over. Facts. Next comment, D-Lo. The one that shows her butt cheeks gets attention, and the sister that covers up get respect. That's what we saying. So everybody's on
Mhm.
one accord that she gets
Uh,
respect.
Hey, Salaki,
Yeah.
so
I agree.
if I may, sir,
Mhm.
the woman who's showing that, like for a brother in the world, when we see something like that, she get the attention, but the attention that she get is basically we want to smash.
Right.
We're not thinking about what it really takes to maintain a woman, as far as protecting a woman, marrying a woman, and having that woman, you know what I mean, and doing the things that a man's supposed to do for that woman. We thinking about taking her to the room, knocking her lights out, and dropping her back off. So
Yep.
she might get the attention, but what kind of attention is it that she getting? Slacky, sir, go ahead.
No, hey, so I'm gonna tell you 1,000% correct because that's what we thinking, right? Me in the world before the UPK, man. Listen, I was reckless with a lot of things I did. That's why I respect the sister that's on so much, because a lot of my life experiences, she was there. You know what I mean? Like, in the world, we was creating certain scenes together to make money together. You know what I'm saying? And it was on all BS. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of changes come, and we was able to view each other, and I was able to give the utmost respect because a lot of other people I look at didn't do those same changes. And what you saying just now was me. You know what I'm saying? That was me in the world. You know what I'm saying? So now that I look at it, I can see like, yo, these women be going through a lot. And the way they was raised up, they didn't get a lot of attention. And they didn't get this at home and that at home. And they went it, yo, I'm gonna tell you this. A sister that I once dealt with in the past came to find out that her mother was on drugs, right? And she kind of had to raise herself from a young age. And even men come in and out the house, they would be in and out the house. She had issues with men trying to touch her and all types of stuff. Then you had a brother like me come along, not knowing no better and just looking for that one thing. And I meet a brother like me that's just looking for that one thing with a sister like her that's coming from a place where it's all messed up. You know what I'm saying? It's all bad. All she know is men running in and out. Different men coming in the house. So what she's gonna grow up to do is have different men. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna look for love in different men. She seen what her mama did, she repeated it, and she figured this was love because this is what she taught love was. This is what she was taught love was, and she meets me. I take advantage of that. Never stopping to think of what she go through until I got to the UPK and I talked to her. So, like, with that being said, like, a lot of these women are mentally damaged, just like a lot of these brothers are mentally damaged, man. And us in the UPK, we aim to fix that certain thing. But what you said, man, it was really crazy because I look at myself from back in the day and I really regret a lot of the things that I would do. Because some of these sisters probably don't go through much and they just trying to get attention. But either way it go, man, people's mental be different. You know what I'm saying?
Let
me make sure we ain't got no more comments. The comments is going up. We're gonna have to do
and Salakia, sir, that just tied back into what the question was.
I read that one already.
And that's why correction is so important, because so many people go through certain things throughout their lives. You know what I mean? And nobody really understands. That's why the UPK is so important, because nobody really understands what it is or the direction that we should be going in. And that's why the Bible and the UPK is so important to break it down the scriptures and explaining to us what we should be doing. Because we would have that same mind frame. We would still be thinking about banging that woman and just dropping her off, not thinking that we actually destroying that woman. We not helping her in no kind of way. We not doing anything. We're not doing anything to build that woman up or build ourselves up in that manner. We just constantly in a destructive cycle. And that's why the UPK and Commander General Yohana is so important.
I'm going to tell you. Go ahead. No, Salaki to you, I wasn't trying to cut you off. I'm going to tell you. In the UPK, we believe in multiple wives, right? And people hear this. And the brothers think, oh, man, hell yeah, multiple wives. Y'all can have multiple women? I'm down. Nah. The sister be like, oh, these brothers just trying to have all the women, until you hear the rules and regulations of it. One, the UPK has a 6-month rule of shedding your... Wait, you shed yourself for the world for what, 90 days? You can't even speak to the sister. On top of that, we have a 1-year rule. So you got to get to know this sister for 1 year. By the time this year up, you know her in and out. You know her very well. I ain't going to say in and out, so to speak, but you know her very well. You know what I'm saying? Before y'all lay together, you know her well. You know what you're dealing with. You know what you're getting yourself into. You can say yay or nay. This attitude is too messed up. I ain't the type of brother that can teach her and get her together. Scratch that. I can't do it. Salakia. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what? I can deal with this woman for the rest of my life. Because also in the UPK, we teach what? Why do you read my mind?
Also in the UPK, we teach
that sex is what?
Sex is marriage.
Sex is marriage. So all these women that we was messing with, a smooth nigga like a wire, was messing with it in the world. You know what I'm saying? You get 6 women, brother, you got to deal with these 6 women. They not going nowhere for the rest of your life. You can't leave nobody.
Salakia, sir.
You got to keep her. When 2
Salakia, sir, if I may, whether it's 1 woman or 20 women. Once you lay with that woman in the UPK, that's your woman forever.
That's your woman. I'm gonna tell you something, Daisy. That's crazy.
Whether it's 1 or 100, it don't matter.
It don't matter.
Ain't no y'all have an argument and now y'all break up. Ain't no none of that.
Really?
That is your woman. And what that do, more important than anything, that help you build. That help you build as far as us as a community being black people.
Right.
We should have more of that, man.
You say you would?
That will stop women. That'll stop women.
I said I agree.
I wish I had the claps on here. You don't hear women say that often. That's
No. I'm not in the UPK. I do want to hear more about what y'all got going on, but I agree with a man having multiple wives. I don't know if y'all wives can deal with each other, but I like girls for my personal self, so I wouldn't mind me and my husband having.
So when people that's a misconception that we often have. We don't believe in any homosexuality, right? So woman A and woman B is for that man. That's his wife, but they don't deal with each other. All right. So like on occasions, like say like Passover, a brother might have 2 ribs and they both come to Passover, but their relationship is like sister. And we don't believe in sister wives, but their relationship is like their relationship would be with any other sister in the UPK. Right. You know what I'm saying? They work together for the greater cause. They build them up. And his job is to take care of both of them. They worry about their relationship with him, and he's never going to leave them. This ain't that thing where you get on my nerves, I'm gone, like Awaja said. So, and I'm going to tell you what's even worse.
It's like,
let me finish this statement.
Okay, right? Go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to tell you was I ain't gonna say worse. It's actually better, but it was worse on me at the time. Coming into the UPK, I had all types of counsels. My rib took me to counsel, right? So she called the man over me. We go by rank. I'm Officer Kazak Amav, I'm Kazak Amav, Officer of 1,000. My rank is Officer of 1,000. He's also an Officer of 1,000, but I'm over him because I was an Officer of 1,000 before him. So it don't matter if he's a second over you or a second under you. He's either under you or he's over you, right? So she called the brother that was over me and told him like, oh yeah, he not doing this. He not doing that. They not going to give a damn what she talking about. But once she mentions something that you're supposed to be doing, they on your ass. You know what I'm saying? They calling your phone and they getting on you like, listen, you ain't been over there to see that sister in 2 months. Get over there and do what you're supposed to do, you supposed to be doing this. You supposed to be doing that. Whatever you was doing before you got mad with her or before that other rib came along, go continue doing that. I don't care how you feel about her. It's time to stop being childish to be a man. You laid with her. She can't go lay with another man. Otherwise, you the reason she became a whore because you put her away. You know what I'm saying? So it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Right. If the sister is seeking help, that makes for a righteous sister because she's seeking help, right? But Salaki, go ahead and watch it. That just killed me when I first came in because I was just like, you know what, bitch, fuck you. I ain't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They like, nah, brother, you lay with that sister? That's your rib. Get over there and fix it. It's time to stop being childish. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get with it, especially when you got you would have got a second rib that you might get along with way better. And it gets more crucial. I'm going to tell you, the Bible is so in depth and perfect. It's crazy because it gets more crucial. You want to leave that woman and treat this woman bad that you was with first and go get a second woman and then say you have a child with both of them. That woman that you wanted to treat bad and leave alone and then not be there with her and that son you had with her like that, like you are with the other two, the second wife and her son that came, that wife that you treat, that first wife, the son you had with her, him being the firstborn, gets everything. He gets absolutely everything. Oh, wow. Everything. He gets the inheritance. But Salaki, go ahead, Awaja.
Salakia, sir, what you were saying actually tie into what I was kind of saying. I was about to say that it's just not about one area. Let's just say the sexual area of it. It's not just solely about that because in fact, it's not about that at all. It's about nation building and the things we do as a nation coming together, man, and building ourselves up. Which is the great thing about the UPK, man, that it teaches us how to build ourselves up as a nation. Slocky, sir. Go ahead. I just you hit it so heavy
I
on
don't know. Keep going.
on everything I was saying.
Slocky.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
sir.
My bad. I've been through a lot of counsels, man. When you get checked as much as I did, man, you learn a lot.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Man, you know where I'm coming from. I got on my head like yo. I tried to when I came in, I was heavy on smoking, right? Heavy on
Yeah.
smoking, right? So I would like have to deal with her, man. You know, like when you smoke, you get stressed out. You don't know how to deal with stress on your own. You need to smoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that sister went and told on me for smoking. I got checked about. I'm like, man, like what the heck? But I end up actually getting pulled over for like a regular ticket in Dearborn, and they put me on probation and started dropping me. So I had to stop
You
smoking
already know.
anyway. But I wasn't taking the counsels like I was supposed to at that point in time in my life. And it's like shit. The Most High really made me stop smoking. It was like it's either this, or you're gonna take this punishment of being locked up. It was a simple
Right.
ticket, like a speeding ticket.
Right.
I went to court to fight a speeding ticket. The judge just dropped me. And I'm like, it's a speeding ticket. What this got to do with me smoking weed or not? What, that ain't none of your
Right.
business. Like, I want to pay my ticket. I got the money. I
Yeah,
ended up paying
that's
thousands
crazy.
of dollars, being on jams, right there on Schaefer and Outer Drive for
Yeah.
a year. I got to call them every day for a year. I got to drop twice a month for a year. After that, I'm like, yo, that's what I needed. I ain't smoking ever again. I'm done.
I'm straight.
I'm straight. I'm good.
Hey, Salakia, sir, if I may too, not only that, Salakia, just going back to what we was just touching on about the multiple wives. A lot of time a woman who says she don't agree with that, she'll take the fact that a man will sleep with another woman as long as that woman is some dumb chick on the side, or let me just, if I may, in language terms, Salakia for my language says, but some dumb bitch who just don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's a dumb bitch on the side.
Wait! I missed something. I got a text from my higher rank officer. What did you just say?
How
do we get to dumb bitch?
A woman that don't agree with a man having another woman, she'll accept it as long as that woman is some dumb bitch on the side that it don't mean nothing to. Just some dude, just some woman
Side bitch.
that she having sex with.
Okay,
He
gotcha.
having sex with on the side. But according to us in the UPK, we should treat them all the same. And if I could, I just want to read a quick scripture on that. If I could, I could just want to read something quick.
Awaya, it's your show. It's your show. What are you talking about? Read.
Kind. It's a if a man if he taketh him another wife, meaning if the man have more than one wife, not just some woman on the side that he having sex with or that he doing something with, some chick that he about to drop off. It's talking about a man taking the responsibility that he had with his first wife, the same responsibility that he taken with his second wife. Okay, this is the same thing. Okay, reading on. Her food and her raiment and her duty of marriage shall not diminish. Meaning, whatever. Salakia. This is Salakia. This is Exodus chapter 21 and verse 10. Meaning, whatever he given to her first wife, she don't diminish in no kind of way. Whatever position she held before he took on that second wife, she still hold that same position and those things that he was doing before. It shouldn't diminish. But a woman always feel like if a brother take on the second man, as long as she's not that dumb chick that he was just having sex with, she feel like some way, in some form, she diminishes some type of way. But no, sis, we supposed to love you the same way that we always loved you, even if we take on your wife. Salakia, go ahead, sir.
Or Daisy, I wouldn't be doing my job. Or they feel like that woman is for them too. In a sexual manner or in a dominance manner, and she is not yours. It's not for you. Rod is for you, not box. That's biblical. It's for the woman. It ain't nothing you can do with that damn box. You can't enjoy the box. You just out here just enjoying something you can't really
enjoy the box.
Yeah, you can't really enjoy that box. We can enjoy the box. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
I listen. I mean, I get it's biblical. I get, that's what's written out. But hey,
That's what. Not let's just let's put it what's written to the side for a second. A
that's what
sister
it
can't
is.
enjoy box. You can't.
I'm sorry. We're not speaking for me. I'm sorry.
No, go
We
ahead. You
enjoy
can
the
speak for
box.
you. You can speak for you. At this point in
No,
time, now when we come to the question, you on trial for all of them. Everybody right
well,
now is.
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like girls can enjoy each other. Like I know women who enjoy each other.
And I think I can kind of get
They
what you.
enjoy the box and the box together.
Right. Yeah. And it's not even the box. It's the outside of the box. You ain't enjoying the box. You enjoying the wrappings of the box. Like it's not the box. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the same pleasure a woman can get from grinding on a damn pole. You know what I'm saying? It's the same pleasure she can get from grinding on.
I don't know if it's that, but
It's the outside of it. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain part of the box that she's getting enjoyment from it being rubbed. I don't want to get too explicit in here because
okay, yeah, let's not get too
but yeah,
explicit on this conversation.
but yeah, Awaja, what you were saying is that's some that's kind of what I hit on earlier when I said you get that new wife. When the man's taking on another wife, you don't diminish what
Sir.
the Bible, of course, explains it better than me, but you don't diminish it. You don't treat her no different. And typically, more than likely, most sisters have not ever been in a monogamous relationship. It's always been
True.
polygamous, polygyny. Like you know what I'm saying? They haven't been, whether they knew it or not. They haven't been. The problem comes when she finds out. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? When she goes and looks or whatever happens and she finds out, that man can be a good brother. He take care of home. She's happy.
Yeah.
The children are happy. The house is happy. But the moment she looks in his phone and she see she sees a text from another woman, I enjoyed you. That woman's happy with him. So she's expressing it in the text message. That first sister blows up. And now she wants to leave him and go do what? Find some brother that's never going to appreciate her the same way that nigga did. And that's the way it's more likely gonna happen. She gonna end up linking up with one of these brothers that's been waiting to do some BS. He's not gonna respect that man's kids the way that man love. No man is gonna love your kids the way you love your kids.
And if I may, sir, she just gonna run to another dude that's gonna basically do the same thing.
He's gonna do the same thing.
He's
now,
gonna basically do the same thing.
Right.
There's no way out of what you trying to get out of. Is no way out of it.
Right.
But the thing is, the Most High got a certain way that we supposed to go about it, and the so-called oppressor, he got a way to go about it, which it ain't no rules to it, and that makes the difference between what's going on. Salakia, sir, go ahead.
Let's wait, Salakia. I'm gonna say this: in the UPK, we're not pro monogamy. We're not pro polygamous. We're not pro either. It's whatever that man choose. Or what that sister choose for that matter. If she want to find a man that only wants her and no other woman, then all means, sis, go find that brother. Lord be with you. Find him. You know what I'm saying? If you want one wife or watcher, that's perfectly fine. If I want 10 wives and you want one wife, or I have 10 wives and you have one wife, or reversal, it don't make neither one of us better than the other. It don't make me a worse husband. It don't make you a better husband. You know what I'm saying? It's just what you chose to have. So if a sister want a brother that wants one wife, then find him. You know what I'm saying? But once you lay with that man, be sure, because once you lay with him and y'all get into that argument and you ain't making him as happy as you did 2 years ago and he was like, I want a second woman, that's still your husband. And it's still your job. Now, certain men gonna want multiple wives. That's not for every man. It's not for every brother. Learn how to be a brother and a man first. When you come into the ISUPK, you're here because you want multiple wives, because you don't need them. What you need is to get yourself together first. Learn you learn first, and then you can go teach a woman. It says, we got to come in. Salakia, sir. What if a brother has a wife in the world and the other wife in the truth? Get me in the Bible where it says, if you have a non-believer and she be pleased to dwell with you. Find me that in the Bible.
If
If you have a non-believer, because it basically lets you know that the non-believer is sanctified by the believer. You know what I'm saying? So you need a break, Daisy?
I gotta actually leave in about 10 minutes, so
You gotta leave in how long?
in like 10 minutes.
10 minutes? All right, I'm gonna try to run over a few more questions. Find that for me, Elijah. We're gonna get that for the sister. And let me see. Let me run through another one. Which one?
I
Is
thought you said an hour.
you said an hour?
Yeah, I thought you said an hour.
Huh.
Wait, an hour for the class?
Yeah.
That's your fault. You shouldn't have been a dope guest. If you was a horrible guest, it'd have been over. No, I'm just joking.
Shut up.
We get to going, and it just runs for real.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, but if you gotta go, you know what I'm saying. You gotta go. We're not really.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave out in a second to go get my baby.
All right, so I wanna do this here, then. This is who we
Okay,
gonna
Con, you want me to read the scripture, sir?
read the scripture for the sister real quick.
Con. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 12. But to thee rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother have a wife that believeth not,
Mm-hmm.
and she be pleased to dwell with thee,
Mm-hmm.
let him not put her away.
Right. Let him not put her away. If she pleased to dwell with you, then let her dwell with you. Don't put her away. Don't leave that woman. She's happy there. He should stay there. This is a sister asking. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking is a broad question, but it's for her to stay. He should teach her. Later on in that read that scripture he just gave, and you will see that it says he sanctifies her. So we're not allowed to be unequally yoked. We can't be pulled one way by the unbeliever. We got to pull the unbeliever our way, just for time's sake. And what that means, she's going to be sanctified by him. She's going to come to Passovers now. She's not going to celebrate Christmas now. She's not going to do all these abominations no more. She's going to be more like him. All right. So if you need more, sis, just we finna run through this with her and bring that question back up and be more specific on what you want to know. And we'll run right over it for you with no issue.
Hey, Slacky, sir, can I expound on that just a little bit more?
I need you to make it quick because it's some.
I'm gonna make it real quick, sir.
All right, go ahead.
And not even more so, he can convert her just by the example he set, by how he living and the way he conduct himself. She'll see him and be more inclined to transfer over. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so Daisy, you ready for the hard stuff?
Go ahead.
Who is this? Real quick, who is this?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Who is it supposed to be? Who is it supposed to be? Like, who do people
Okay,
say
boom. Okay, so that's even good enough. Who is it supposed to be?
Somebody's Jesus.
Okay, boom. That's a right. I like that answer. This is the Christian Jesus. This is white Jesus that the Christians love so much when they see this. Okay, so is that's so righteous that you said somebody's Jesus.
Sir.
I'm proud. She learned something from me. I'm gonna take claim.
Yeah, I did.
All right, so this is Caesar Borgia, the son of the sixth Pope of Rome. He was a homosexual. I think it was Da Vinci that painted this picture, and it was also his lover. He also slept with his sister Lucretia, who became the picture of the Virgin Mary. Yeah, who became the picture.
I know who it is.
Yes, yep, that's him. He was a murderous bastard, like nothing like that. So, do you know what Christ looked like in the Bible?
Yeah. He was a black man with wool, hair like wool.
Hey, this is my teacher too. I'm gonna take credit for this a while.
First of all, no. That's my own research. That is my own research. Right. I went to church as a kid. I grew up in church, but I grew up in a Christian church. But some of the stuff that they teach you and they want you to believe, I just
didn't sound right.
Thankful for common sense, no, no.
All right, so we gonna run through Well, clearly you seem to have it already, but just for the viewers' sake and the people who are gonna see this later on, we're gonna run through Revelations 1 and 13. And then we're gonna let you give your shameless plug your business, plug your podcast.
Okay.
Did you mention your podcast?
I did not mention my podcast, and
Okay, so
it's
we're
doing
gonna
so
run
great. Go
through.
ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, we're
I be
gonna run
having a
through
lot
this.
going on.
Mention your podcast. I personally got to check out your podcast.
Yes,
Um,
personally.
yeah, go ahead, Elijah. Read that for me. I'm gonna break it down. Let's get it.
Kana, sir. Revelations 1 and 13.
Uh-huh.
It reads, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks.
In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, the 7 candlesticks being the 7 churches that Paul built. That's what these 7 candlesticks represent. This is in Revelations. Okay. Revelations means to reveal. This is being revealed by a vision from John the Revelator. In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, the 7 churches that Paul built. Go ahead.
One likened unto the Son of Man.
He sees a vision in the midst of these 7 churches, one like unto the Son of Man, that being Christ. Go ahead.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Cloth with a garment down to the foot. If you go through my pictures on Instagram, you'll see these garments that we have. People say they look like dresses. They don't see that it's actually a flap that goes over. It don't cover on the side, and they got fringes at the bottom. This is what Christ is clothed in. This is our clothing that we used to wear as men. This is a war garment. You know what I'm saying? This is we dress in our traditional garments. Go ahead.
Kana, and the girt about the paps.
And the girt's about the pap. Like I said, we men of war. So he would have like a girdle around his stomach. It's like a belt. And it says a golden girdle, right? It actually like protect men from being stabbed in their midsection and stuff like that. So he's a man that's dressed for war. Go ahead, read on.
Paps with the golden girdle.
With the golden girdle, read on.
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Now, people would say they would hear his head and his hairs was white like wool. And they would try to say that he was a white man. There's no such thing as a white man in the Bible. That came along when Europeans tried to make themselves seem clean. That's why they call themselves white. So there's no such thing as a white race biblically. Europeans would be called Edomites or Esau, right? So that would be their biblical name. So when it says his head and his hairs is white like wool, mean his hair like his fro, and then the hairs on his face. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Or a slakia, or white like wool. White meaning the color, like gray hair. Wool being the texture. Go ahead.
As white as snow.
As white as snow, read.
And his eyes were like a flame of fire.
His eyes were like a flame of fire. Christ drank wine. They tried to accuse him of being a wine bibber when they try to discredit Christ or put him down or stop people from believing in him. They say his eyes was red as red as fire, which when a black man drinks or people drink, period, their eyes become red. Read on.
Okay. Verse 15. And his feet likened unto fine brass.
Now, this is the first time in this description that it mentions his flesh. His feet like unto fine brass. Brass is brown. I got a book. Brass is the color brown. You know what I'm saying? This would be the color of brass right here. This color. Read on. Mm-hmm. Dope book, by the way, if y'all want to read that. The Black Kings of Europe. I'm going the wrong way. Read on. Brass.
And his eyes were like as a flame of fire.
No, you went back up. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Salakia. I read that already. Salakia. Yeah, and his voice as if the sound of many waters.
You was on his feet.
Salakia. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burnt it to a furnace.
As if they burnt it to a furnace. Anything that's burned in the furnace is going to be black. Christ was a black man, a very dark black man. You know what I'm saying? With gray hair and red eyes because he drank wine. All right, so that's a description that's in Revelations 1 and 13 through 14 or 15.
What kind? 15, sir.
All right, so I had to run through that real quick while you was here. And that's for the people as well as for you if you ever need to find it. With that, we're going to say shalom to you, sis. Be safe. We enjoyed you. Hope to get a part 2.
Shalom to the sis.
Definitely got to do a part 2. Make sure y'all check out my podcast. It's on YouTube. It's on all streaming platforms. The name is Real Talk with Adore and Daisy.
Bring her with you next time.
Oh yeah, I'll bring Adore. Next, if you look us up on Instagram, it's RT Adore, the letter N and the word Daisy.
Okay.
Again, shop with me at Mini Boss Kids for kids clothing. Shop at Bougie Hoochie for women's clothing, and yeah, I'll be having a event space open up in the summertime for rentals
You
and
know when
stuff.
you do.
I will, because we're gonna have a grand opening with the bounce houses that you have.
Okay, bet. See, big supporter. She like one of my first friends to support my business, which was crazy.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of
Hey,
course.
So when you do, we'll be there. But I also need. I want to see what kind of event space it is because I told you I'm planning on doing a podcast. I'll be
Oh
dragging
yeah,
a
yeah,
partner
yeah.
in there, some more brothers from the UPK, and we will be in that event space if it's
Yeah, I definitely want to have. That's what we're trying to do. Actually, that's gonna be a part of it. So we're gonna actually have a studio in there for a podcast. So
bet. See, yep, you already
I'll keep
there.
you posted. I
All
will keep
right,
you
shalom,
posted on it.
sis.
I do.
hey,
Thank y'all for having me.
Mhm.
Salakia says before you go, can you drop your website in the link description? That way everybody can have know where your website at. And not only that, I hope that maybe we can come on your podcast and you can
Oh yeah,
interview us.
Yeah, let us come.
definitely.
Let us
I
come
don't know
fuck
how
your
to
crib
drop
up.
that. I don't know how to
It
drop that
says
in the room.
comments. I don't know if you've been able to see the comments the whole
It's
time
a
on the top.
chat. Okay, yeah, I'm on
Ron, yep,
comment.
drop that link in the description on your website, sis.
Whichever chat you see, if you see it in private, I'll just copy and paste it. So whichever chat you
Okay,
can see.
right. All right. Well, I dropped this one. The other websites are up to, I mean, are being, worked on right now. But yep. So thank you for having me
No
again.
problem.
I'll talk to
All right,
y'all
shalom. Says
soon.
be safe in that
Hey,
link.
Okay.
Shalom, sis. But we definitely
All
want to
right.
come on your podcast. That I think that'll be pretty good because you seem like a smooth sis. So we
Yeah,
want
yeah. I'm
to
gonna definitely tell my partner we gotta have y'all on real soon.
con, sis.
All right, y'all have a good one.
All right,
All
you
right,
too.
you too, sis.
Shalom. All right, I just dropped the mini bosses for kids in the site. It's gonna come up to all of them. Man, I'm mad she had to go. I had a bunch of other questions.
Con, son.
I blame you. It's your fault. I'm the higher ranking officer, so therefore I can blame whoever I want because there's only two of us. And no, I blame Hadariala too, man. He a hater.
Yeah, that was pretty good interview, and then it'd be great if we go like on her website and she interview us too, man. So
Yeah,
that's Tawab, man.
yeah, that would be too wild for real. I don't know why my laptop is connected to the internet, but it still says 3:47 p.m. I don't even understand why. It don't correct the time. I'm gonna go into the settings and fix that. Because when she said the time, I'm looking like, why does mine say 3:47? I didn't even realize it was about to be 7 o'clock for real.
Kind.
Man, did we tell her an hour? We told her an hour.
Do we, Salaki? What you mean? Did you, Salaki?
She
You
said we
said,
said an hour. The class is gonna be an hour, about an hour. But I probably said we only need it for an hour. I don't know. That could.
Salaki. So I'm not even sure.
Yeah, man. So we had a few other questions, man. I wish we was able to see who was in the chat. I would actually ask a couple of the sisters that's in the chat because I wanted to ask her, um, do you believe in the God of the Bible? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people think
Nah,
they believe in the God in the Bible, and they don't. They don't really know about the God of the Bible. The scripture says, I'm gonna paraphrase. It says they worship me, but yet not according to knowledge.
kind.
And that's a lot of people, man, because the Christianity does such a horrible job at leading our people, but a great job at leading them into destruction. You know what I'm saying? So they don't really know.
Kind.
They do all these things and don't really understand the Bible at all. They confuse it with Christianity because they hold the Bible, but they teaching their own teachings. You know what I'm saying?
Kind.
Yeah, but I had a few questions that I wanted to ask, man. I'm mad I couldn't ask them.
And maybe Salaki, if we get her back the next time or we go on our podcast, we can actually ask the questions. But just talking on what you're saying with Christianity, man, they don't teach anything. Forget a horrible job. They don't teach anything except how I would say suffer peacefully. You know,
to suffer peacefully. Man, you can't even say that because they are falling by the wayside, man. They drugged out and being murdered in the streets. Man, they not suffering. They molesting and raping in the church. So you can't even say they suffering peacefully. It's just I don't know, man.
If I just may expound on that a little bit, and I hate to use a quote from Malcolm X, but I have to. To suffer peacefully, they give us the things that pacify us, whether it be drugs or whatever the case may be. It just pacifies us along, and it helps us. It helps to ease and suffer peacefully. Well, really, and that's just and actually not really, but honestly, that's why the UPK is so important because it teaches us how to come up out of that and how not to suffer no more, and how to stand, and how to be men, and how to be women, and how we should conduct ourselves, how we should act, how to raise our family, how to build a nation. The UPK is so important on so many levels, man. It's almost, you really wouldn't understand it unless you're inside of the school. Salakia, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, no, man, you rocking out. I feel you 1,000%, man. You really on point because their destruction the path of destruction that they lead is really crazy, man. I ain't really grew up Christian. I grew up Muslim. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't too different. You know what I'm saying? Where they kicking members out because you ain't do this and do that, and they ain't had nothing to do with the Quran. They barely even read the Quran in there. So you kicked out because of some rules that they made up, and they ain't got nothing to do with the God they claim that they worship. You know what I'm saying?
What kind?
Yeah, man. So I would grew up Muslim more so, but I know Christianity, man. They destroyed our people, man. They've been good at destroying our people, man. It's time to turn that around. Crazy. I'm really disappointed that we couldn't answer all these questions. I couldn't wait to get to it, man. I really had some stuff to ask, man. Another one of the things is the black woman God. Got these Kemetic people, and then a lot of black women just hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, we could pull in Genesis where they got the promise from the serpent where she could be like a god. It's just all types of things from then on out, man. It was a few different things, man. That's one of the heaviest subjects. I know you had pulled some scriptures to it. I want to save it for the next guest because we will be having 4 guests next week. We'll run through the same questionnaire, but we do have to make a question list for the brothers. Yeah, I want to make one for the brothers. And yeah, man, I think we got a brother next week, so I'm gonna hit you up. We're gonna work on that right there. You know what I'm saying? So anything else you want to add or go over, man? If not, we can say shalom. But if you want to, we can keep running.
The first thing I want to say is just before we rock out, man, before you actually close, I just wanted to say we got the Feast of Purim coming up, man, and I just want all the brothers and sisters, man. If you ain't, let me tell y'all something, man. If y'all watching this and y'all ain't never experienced a brother, if y'all in Christianity, Islam, Buddha, Allah, whatever it is you in, if you don't come here and experience this type of brotherhood in ISUPK, man, because I guarantee you, and I done been in all of them, so you ain't telling me nothing. You can't trick somebody like you ain't gonna experience no type of form of brotherhood like you're gonna experience inside the ISUPK when you come to one of these feast days or you just come to a regular class. Also, I wanted to say we got the Passover coming up, man. April 15th, man. It ain't nothing like last year was my first Passover, man, and I had experienced nothing like what I experienced when I came to Passover last year, man.
Last year was my 4th or 5th Passover. 5th Passover. This would be my 5th Passover, I think. And I ain't experienced nothing like the one last year. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That right there.
Your Passover is just so awesome, man. And I suggest that, man. If there's any way you can get in contact with the brother or me, or just ISUPK Detroit, look that up. Or Detroit Israelites, look that up, man. And try to get in contact with somebody where you can experience this Passover coming up, man. Because I guarantee you, It's going to be something like you've never experienced in your life, man. And this is the greatest thing of brotherhood and sisterhood and us coming together as a people like we should. And not only that, I want to say to you people in the Jackson area, if you're in the Jackson, Michigan area, come down on Thursday night, man. You get a free ride there and back from Detroit back to Jackson. It's free. It don't cost you anything. The only thing it costs you is your time, man. And come get these scriptures breakdowns. Any questions you ever had about the Bible throughout your entire life, our Captain LeBon, who is the head of Michigan, man, he will answer all of your questions. Any questions you ever had about the Bible, about life, about anything, man, come down, man. Get this brotherhood and see what it's really like. Find out that we just not talking on the computer. It is what we say it is.
It's boost to the
come down and experience that. Slacky, sir, go ahead.
That's all I'm saying. We put boost to the pavement around here, man. You heard people be saying they got their steppers. We stumpers around here. We marchers around here, man. These real soldiers.
Damn right.
We getting out here helping our people. But that Feast of Purim, that would be February 14th
through the
15th, right?
All
right, yeah, man, come down. If you Black, Native, and Hispanic, we don't care about your religion, your beliefs, your dreadlocks, your weed habits, your tobacco habits, you a whore, you a pimp. Just don't bring that mess into the school. When you walk through those doors, you're no longer that whore. You're no longer that pimp.
Damn right.
And you a sister. Leave the drugs outside. Leave your weapons outside. You'll be well protected, and we don't look to harm nobody. The weapons are spiritual and not carnal. You understand? And with that, we're going to say shalom. Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakatah. Barakathum to the Akim. Shalom Yahweh Shamar. The Thumb by Hashem Yahweh Shah to the Akwak.
Damn right. Shalom.